Hey, what's going on? Let's take a look at this issue of Real Adventure. It's from January 1961. Mama Jenna's six-son criminal empire. They rose from gutters to lead America's hood. This issue's in really good condition. You can probably see it's shiny and flat. It looks new. There's a little bit of damage like down here, but otherwise it looks really great. Awesome cover. Blonde Dolly, giveaway harlot of Amsterdam. This cover's great. Wild Yank McCumley's Wonderful Arubu Harem. 5 months in a Venezuelan girl paradise. That's just awesome. I do like how on a lot of these covers, the the heroes will be in casual dress like this, like a pair of chinos, a leather belt, and some loafers. Um, that's dynamite, isn't it? This was an interesting genre called men's adventure. These magazines, were pretty much available everywhere, but it was definitely a men's thing. We're just gonna leaf through and just kind of flip through, see how this goes. We haven't tried this before. Flipping through. January 61. Hillman Periodicals. Let's see this. A lot of vocational ads for vocational education and see, look, let's make a fresh start, get ahead faster in air conditioning and refrigeration. You can practice, or you get to practice with 25 big kits. You build this quarter horsepower heavy duty condensing unit. Look at this stuff. It looks pretty awesome. So this is at the beginning, at the front of the magazine. This is one of those magazines that is going to take you a long time to read because there's so much good stuff in it that you don't really want to miss any of it. So at the beginning of these magazines, and in particular at the beginning of Real Adventure, supposedly the readers are writing in this section called "It Happened to Me." See, look, filed reports from readers on the peak moments of their lives. See, we get Todd Bro, student. March 7th, 1957, Route 9, Louisiana. I cut off a truck driver's leg. I was 17. See, look, isn't this great? So this is like some of the best stuff right here. This is Todd himself. Larry Marston, GI. I shot 200 dogs and ended a plague. Okay. Oh, crap. We just knocked over an action figure, but luckily it didn't break. Yeah, we're at the table right now, and there's toys all over it, like you guys know. So is this the guy that shot the dogs, 200 dogs to end a plague somewhere? We don't have time to read all this, but I mean, uh, it's kind of a bummer that we don't have time to read all this because we're just flipping through. Here's a Fredericks of Hollywood ad, presumably so that the man who's reading this magazine would be, I guess, ordering some lingerie for his wife or girlfriend or fiance. Here's the spice box. This is going to be some spicy jokes. I don't get that joke at all about the laundering Indian blood. Did you read that? Here's a bodybuilding ad. There's always these in here. What's he holding? What is that? Oh, it's a trophy. Thought it was a television. All right, here's our first story. She brought a city to its knees. Blonde Dolly, giveaway harlot of Amsterdam. So they've always got these stories in here. They're like some of they're like novelettes, man. Look at the The oh man, look at this. So the illustrations are, as you can see, the illustrations are like half of these stories, because you see that how much text is on two. We got 2 pages, and that's all the text there was. See, look, true book length. This is our big story about that blonde doll. There she is in the window. This is dynamite. Oh boy, here we go. She's with some Nazis. Though Dolly was not only the Dutch girl to fraternize with the German army, she alone earned a fortune being friendly, quote unquote. What is she doing with this? She got a dog? Let the people scream, Dolly always said. It's my body, and I'll use it any damn way I see fit. I'm just guessing that Dolly kind of talked like that because she would have like a Danish accent, right? Because she's from Amsterdam. The turncoat commando who succored the Jap army. Jesus. Remember what I told you? Not only are the articles great in these magazines, but I mean, look at this. Another figure down. Look at this incredible 2-page spread of dope illustration. And that title is great. The Turncoat Commander Who Succored the Jap Army. I like that. So yeah, you're going to get photographs in here of people shooting people. Sometimes you might get to see some dead bodies. Probably the first place I ever saw magazines like this would have been at the barbershop when I was a kid. So these would be at the barbershop. These would be at my Uncle Johnny's card room. Yes, my uncle owned a card room, and these were the type of magazines that would be in his card, that would be at the at his place of work, at his business, and also True Detective. So these and True Detective would be there. Yeah. So yeah, my uncle first owned he owned a grocery store in this small town, and then in addition to owning a grocery store, oh, this is incredible. He also owned a card room, which was a gambling hall, a small gambling locale with that was open all day, and it was just a bunch of old Portuguese guys sitting around drinking hard liquor, smoking cigars, playing cards, and watching Mexican boxing on a little tiny television set. And it was just how you might picture it. It was in an old building right next door to a barber shop in the downtown of a little town. So when he retired and sold the grocery store, look at how sick that is. Kept the card room, and he would just like, the card room was essentially his own private club where he used to hang out. He drove a Nash Metropolitan. Such a cool car. Look at all this. See, look, remember what so yeah, you're gonna see dead bodies in here. These are gonna be the magazines that you would just, it was for the crowd that I just described to you. It was like for dudes that hung out with other dudes in smoky rooms. Look at how sick this is. They just, I mean, now the internet exists, but this was just such a specialized thing. This was like for a specialized crowd of individuals reading this magazine. The target audience of these magazines were veterans. It was guys who had been in the Army or the Navy or the Air Force and who missed it. Guys who had been overseas who wished they had never come back. I'm kind of one of those guys, but that's who these magazines are for. These magazines are for guys that want to reminisce about the dangerous parts and dangerous times of their lives. Look at how cool this is. And then sometimes you're going to get nudity in here. So we're going to just do a quick. Oh, okay. We're not going to get any full frontal. We're just going to get this girl like laying on these branches by the beach. Okay, that's better. Okay, I approve of this. This is good. There we go. What do we got going here? Some guys parachuting. The blimp that bombed Chicago. It just keeps going, doesn't it? This is still the same issue, you guys. I don't remember them talking about a blimp bombing Chicago on the cover, but here we are, not even halfway through the magazine, it seems, and we're already at the third or fourth big article, this time about a blimp bombing Chicago. Private Wire. This is great. This part of these magazines is like a police blotter, but it's just like the rest of this magazine. There's no telling how accurate this stuff is. It's kind of fake. I mean, you're reading it and it kind of feels fake. Like, I mean, you know, it's just hard to believe that all of this stuff is real. So, you know, as we get to the back of the magazine, this is going to be the continuation of all the articles. They all finish back here. You get maybe some funny jokes. I don't mind this one. This is kind of amusing. It's not bad. About the schizophrenic night watchman, the museum night watchman that is schizo. This is a great one. Wow, this S. Harris is writing some funny stuff. One fine day, my son, this hat will be yours. This is funny. I like this. That's good. What do we got? Make big money. Television, repair, auto, air conditioning. We've seen it all. Here's an amazing wrist radio for $2.98. That's kind of cool looking. Private earphone. Oh boy. 10 stag movie subjects. All 10, only $2. So those would be like little film reels that would be silent with no sound, most likely. Look at this. Illustrated sex facts. Look at the size of this book. Oh, I don't know, you guys. I'm pretty sure I know it all. I don't think that there's that many. How big could the Encyclopedia of Sex really be? Partial 61 big chapters. Holy crud. I'm pretty sure I know just about everything at this point, you guys. I don't think that there's that much information about sex. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Nice form, but his timing is off. Oh, I see. That's not funny. Stag stories for men. $2.98. I like her. How you can find a fortune in old coins. Ooh, this is a cool one. You are under arrest. There's a thrill in bringing a crook to justice through scientific crime detection. Oh, look, even you could be a fingerprint expert. Nature's secret of hair growth. Ooh, look at this. Down deep in the follicle. Ooh, spooky. Heat your car in 10 seconds. With God, all things are possible. That's true. Poems wanted. 9 out of 10 people fail this test. Look at this. This is just like one of those clickbait things that show up on your phone every day. Isn't that funny? That's like if you like, you know what I mean? It hasn't changed. 60 years and they're still using the exact same tactics to try and get you to click. Honeybee, 42, 26, 37. Wonder what those numbers are. Her address or her test scores of some sort, something. Is that what they call a social security number? Tiger Production Lab, Hollywood 46, California. Not even a zip code. Motor overhaul. Hello. Harem Jammers. Okie dokie. I approve of the harem pajamas. And, oh, here we go, the mail pouch. Once again, it's the letters. I'm even suspicious of whether these letters are actually real, right? Oh, that's a nice photo. Susan, moonlight in Vermont? Okay. More stag stories. Stag was a word that they used. I like this picture. Stag Party Classics, 42 sets of 12 photos. Big five. That seems like a great deal. Stag was a term that meant like a men's party, like a dudes only watching, dudes in the dark watching porn together. Doesn't that sound awesome? It really doesn't. It sounds kind of creepy, but that's what stag was, the implication of what it was. That's what a stag party was, I think, right? If you were going stag, that meant that you were going to a dance by yourself without a girl. That was going stag. Take it easy, big boy. You still have 2 hours before your oxygen gives out. Huh. Okay, I see what's going on here. So this is the new Little Mermaid. And Disney's doing a new Little Mermaid. A lot of people are up in arms about this new Little Mermaid because she's very well endowed. She seems sexually promiscuous, as you can see. I don't really have a problem with it. I think that it's 2022, bigot. I mean, get used to it. We shouldn't be slut shaming. So let's move on. Blonde Dolly giveaway harlot of Amsterdam. Oh, this is just the end of the that. We're coming to the end, you guys. I think we're about done. What's going on here? It's an illustration from one of those stories. All right, so here's at the very back of the book, there's some advertisements. Usually you can buy an actual firearm here. So this is a German cigarette case and lighter that looks like a gun, but it's not a real gun. Let's keep moving down. Here's a Malayan Chris hunting and throwing. That looks like a sacrificial dagger. Weird. $2.88. So that's kind of cool. Here we go. Finally, we get a gun. New low price for this 22 caliber German automatic for $4.94. So yeah, you could, in the 1961, you could buy a gun, a pistol, a actual firearm, and have it delivered to your house for under $5. It was a great time, you guys. It really was a great time. Serious. Get into plastic laminating at home. It's a one-man business. Why not do it? Yeah. Real Adventure Magazine, January 1961. We took a quick look. It was tons of fun. Glad you guys were here with me to enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later.